Hi, this is Mike Sweeney from Sabre Coaching with a story, Living on the Edge of Discovery. You know, part of this journey of moving into the unknown, taking a bold career step, means that you don't have a map. And it's a shift from like using Google Maps to maybe the days of dead reckoning where you'd have a compass and a place you were trying to get to. So it's more about a sense of direction and maybe using your values to guide. Figuring out that you've got this utility belt of unique strengths that you can use, and it turns into more about a matching exercise, finding opportunities that match purpose, match values, match strengths, match things maybe you've done in the past, and doing those in a repeatable way. And it feels a bit more like, I'm probably going to date myself here, as I grew up with a Commodore 64. But the idea of those video games where like you start off in one spot and then you remove the shroud over time. And it's kind of an exploration, and you send people out and you figure out what's next. This is hard. I could like run down that hill. What I'm discovering as I work with more clients going past their threshold and discovering their edge is that there are some patterns as I work at a higher volume with clients in 2023, 2004. Sorry, 2023, 2024, good heavens, it's already March. But the client quality I'm working with is much, much higher. I mean, all the clients I've worked with have been great, but like the challenges seem to be a little trickier, and that might be given the time and what's going on in our world. But I'm starting to see that there might be some ingredients in helping leaders, especially, discover their edge, move past the threshold, and level up. So here's what I'm observing as it comes to some of those patterns. The first is values clarity helps with choices. So for example, if family is the most important value, or community, or achievement, or starting a business, or creativity, you're going to approach different problems in different ways. So helping people get clear on their values seems to be an ingredient that puts them more likely to be at choice or taking action that relates to things that they care about. Vision, purpose, mission, just like with teams, with individuals, it matters. And I'm a directional accuracy over precision guy. So what that means is I'm just making sure we're clear. What are we after? What are we looking for? What matters? What do we do with this one and precious life? Another is that strengths are essential. I still meet a lot of people who believe in working on their weaknesses, who consistently look for feedback to say, what am I doing wrong? What could I be doing better? And that's great energy, seeking that feedback. But you tend to get more growth in your area of strength. So often we're working on clarifying those unique signature strengths. They may not be aware of them. Other people might be, but they're not. So how do we put you working at your highest and best use more often? And my point of view is there are strengths, weaknesses, and career derailers. Make sure you work on your career derailers. Hire contractors, admins, other people to do the part where you're weak, and work in your zone of strength as much as possible, or your zone of genius. Another thing I'm observing is that self-talk makes a huge difference. Someone once told me that as you move into the solopreneur space, your most consistent colleague is the voice in your head. That is a frightening thought. But when I work with clients, we tend to identify saboteur voice. What does it sound like when we're self-defeating? And what does it sound like when you're accessing your best, that leader within? And what does that sound like? And how do you decide who you're going to listen to? And coupled with that is you find what you seek. I remember this old exercise. There was a Tony Robbins interview years ago, and he said something like, look around the room, find everything that's brown. Just do it right now. Look around. What do you see that's brown? Catalog it in your head. Okay, now close your eyes. What did you see that was red? And nobody can answer. And then he says, now open your eyes again and look for all the red. What did you find? Did you find red? Did you find things that were burgundy that you called red because you wanted to do a good job? it's a really interesting exercise that comes back to the idea that you find what you seek. If you're looking for negative things, you're probably going to find those. It's like a magnet. If you're looking for positive things, going back to that heliotropic principle, you're probably going to find those too. And the last thing I'm observing is that, you know, foundational habits are critical. These are simple but not easy. Sleep, eating, meditation are a way to find presence. Screen use. They are addictive, aren't they? As I talk to one, planning to publish on one. And exercise is another. Those are the keys, that if those are in line, that's the question I ask on my intake form now, like rate your foundational habits. And if nothing else, let's start there. So as I'm living on the edge of discovery, look for something new. I'm trying to use these ingredients to make a recipe, perhaps. A program that can get you to the next level, help you discover your edge. And if you're a leader who's looking to get to the next level and some of this resonates, drop a comment, reach out to me, and I hope you have a good one.